Good evening, everybody. Hello, how are you doing? I hope you're all well. It's Wheelspin Wednesdays. Its triumphant return on the launch of the F1 25 Season Pack DLC Season 26 Add-on Pack Season DLC Pack Add-on, whatever the hell they're calling it this week. Hello, everybody. Hope you're all well. This will be my first attempt to drive the F1 26 cars in F1 25, so we'll see how it goes. For those of you who are new, these used to be a regular fixture, but I kind of fell out of love with the F1 25 game towards the end of its lifetime, so I'm hoping that the F1 26 DLC release will rekindle that somewhat, but why not dive in and see. So to start with, I'm going to do a few time trials around Silverstone, just to get a feel. Just for full disclosure, this will be my third lap. I have done a couple of laps while my countdown was going. That's loud in my ears. Let me just fix that a second. Hopefully that will be better. What's everyone else's thoughts? Have you all had a chance to give the new cars a try? How are you finding the handling? Time trial is a little bit strange in that none of the deployment options work. You're in 100% overtake mode, which is not how the cars work in real life. I'm yet to do a clean lap, by the way, so hopefully I will get a clean lap in. I do find the cars to be a little bit twitchy on the way into the corners. Back end does tend to try and swap around, which is catching me out somewhat. Oh, that's not going to be a clean lap. I don't know whether the back end stepping out is a braking thing or... There we go. Just as you turn in, the back end wants to step out a little bit. It says 8th gear for that corner, but you lose enough revs, so I think it's worth sticking in 7th. Whoops, that was wrong gear, and again off the track. So see, the battery is nailed at 100% and we're in permanent overtake mode, which is a time trial thing. I've got straight mode under manual control at the moment. There's pretty much no real benefit to straight mode anymore because all the cars get it. It's not just based on how close you are to the car in front. Not a bad lap coming up if I can keep it on the track. There we go, 2082nd in the world. It's about where I belong, I think. Ooh, what's that? That was very distracting. The position, personal best, was flickering around like nobody's business there. Let's restart this lap. I'll do one more lap, I think, then we'll just dive straight in and see if we can get some open lobbies going. Rear end instability does seem to coincide with if I rush the downshifts. Well, I have had it happen when I'm not downshifting, so it's not purely that. Oh, don't fuck it up now. That was a good lap as well. Oh well. Not too bad. Not too bad. Let's see if anyone's interested in open lobbies. I was watching Alex Gillen earlier on, just after the release dropped. It was about 4 PM UK time. And he was having trouble with his lobbies. Seemingly getting stuck, so we'll see how we get on. In terms of tracks for the first three, normally I would do the 3 ranked tracks, but what I'm going to do today is I'm going to pick my 3 favourite tracks. Let's do it open. Settings. Wonder if it will load my lobby settings. 5 lap open lobby load. Yes, please. Select car. Will be Lando. Let's see how all these lobby settings look. F1 World Car. Why did it let me select Lando then? Evening, Shan. How goes it? Have you had much of a chance to check out the new DLC with the 26 cars? I've done about 4 laps of Silverstone. So we're going to do Silverstone, Spain, the old Spain, and Qatar as our first 3 tracks. We'll see how we get on later. Very short 5 laps. Realistic starting grid. Do we want that on random, please? They haven't fixed the bug where loading saves sometimes doesn't apply all of your settings. So we got damage off, which I think makes sense. Mars is in already. Good evening, Mars, if you're listening. Let's see who is online that we can invite. I'll just invite everyone once. I didn't check what it set the lobby limit to. You can have 2 extra cars now. Lots of people online, all of us. Not much of a surprise there. Get down to the bottom of my online list, and then we'll have a proper chat. Bear with me a second. A lot of these people are probably streaming themselves, I imagine, but we'll invite them anyway. God, how many of my friends are online? Getting down to the bottom of the list, I think, now. Alright, I'm going to just start inviting people I really know from now on. Oh, Shan's already in. I apparently have 3 pages of friends online, so... oh no, the rest are offline, fair enough. Well, we're getting a few people in. Who've we got? We got Mars, Kilzer, Epake, Shan, Luca. So lots of familiar names. Hopefully we'll get some decent racing. As I say, first 3 tracks are going to be Silverstone, Spain, the old Spain, and then Qatar. If you want to request any tracks, then please give me a shout. A reminder that I've spent the last half hour or so before I went live entering in all my Sim Racing Centre setups. They already have a setup for every track on release day, so well done to them. Exclamation mark SRC in the chat will get you an affiliate link which helps to support the channels. Please use that if you can, as well as a discount code that gets you, I believe, 10% off anything you buy from them. So do check them out, as well as setups. They do training sessions, strategies, lap analysis, and if you're really serious, once the leagues get going, they'll even race engineer you. I got somebody in, a couple of people in Cadillac. Mars going for the Red Bull with Kilzer. Hey, Grey Hair Bam, how are you doing? Is F1 your kind of game? I'm not sure if I've ever seen you in an F1 stream. Probably haven't done an F1 stream since you've been around. I'm not entirely sure. We got someone having trouble joining there. This was what Alex Gillen was finding earlier. People were kind of supposedly joining the lobby, but once you ready up, they weren't actually there. So let's ready up. We've got 9 people in so far and others attempting to join. So that's a good enough number to get going. Please try and keep the racing clean if you can. Damage is off, but that's no excuse. Doesn't mean you can just ram into everybody. This will be my first race manually controlling the battery deployment and recharge. So we'll see how that goes. How's everyone finding the new battery stuff? Like I say, I haven't really played with it yet. Well, now, Bam, if you buy the F1 25 season pack or something, you basically get the game and the DLC for less than the price of the game as it was. I think its UK price is $49.99, and I got a feeling the release price was more like $59.99 and then $21 on top of that for the DLC. So you get both for $49.99. So if you are interested, that's I should probably be an EA affiliate, shouldn't I? If they do such a thing. Anyway, we're about to load in, head off to Silverstone. I won't bother putting the track map up. In fact, no, let's put the track map up. Why not? We haven't done this for a while. DRS detection zones are no longer a thing. So I'll have to get some new track maps, won't I? Hopefully they've all been updated and I can replace them. Also start replacing all those lap record holders and stuff, because I dare say that has all changed since I entered them as well. That's right, Grey Airbam. It was release day for the DLC today. So let me get my setup loaded. Trying to remember the buttons. Button 4, load. Britain. Let me just check. Some odd settings in the setups is all I can really say for as regarding the Sim Racing Centre. As I say, it's very early day. Oh, it's put me on pole. That's nice. It's very early days. First race start. I wonder, do we get the pre-start procedure? We all have to sit and rag our engines for 5 seconds. Yeah, not a bad start. Do you really want to go side by side it through Copse on the first lap? Thanks, Shan. Oh, thank you, whoever that was behind me. JC, well done.
Alright, not the start we were looking for, but it's not over yet. Stay focused.
Just a little bit. Sadly, it's open lobby, so it's what you expect, unfortunately. Yeah, not bad so far. I do know a lot of the people here. Hey, Craggy. There goes that back end stepping out.
Caution.
I have to turn those subtitles off. I thought I had them on previously, but
Green flag.
someone burning all his battery down the Hanger Straight.
That move was illegal, I'm afraid, mate. Return the position.
And then give me a little tap as we go through for good measure. Aces, calm it down a bit. You got overtake mode at least. Hello, Corn. First race on the new DLC and already been taken out twice. How's your week going?
Overtake
Absolutely.
mode active. Overtake active. You've got more power now from the hybrid system. Use boost on the next long straight to get past.
Past? I'm nowhere near anyone, Mark. What are you on about? Look at the way the battery depletes. Whoops, forgot to change gear. They're inhibiting the downshifts now as well. I seem to remember hearing a video about that.
3.2 seconds.
Lift and coast is going to be a big thing. I've gained a load of battery there. You can, yes. You've also got a boost mode. If you look in the bottom right, it says ERS deploy, it's set to medium.
Okay, so managing the engine is more important than ever. Your main way to recharge will be lifting and coasting, and you don't always need to go full throttle. Try some lift and coast before braking, then use boost on corner exit to get that extra energy deployment.
So I can turn deploy off completely if I want to, or put it into boost mode. Also lift and coast makes a big difference to how much battery you've got left. See, I gained about 20% battery just by lifting off into the corner there. Well done, Mars. Oh well, started out well, led for about 2/3 of a lap. Well done, Mars, nicely done. So, it's going to take a lot of getting used to. By all accounts now, the fair enough, JC. Thank you for saying, for apologising, dropping in. That makes a big difference. So thank you for that. Yes, I'm not too concerned. They're only open lobbies and it's the first race on the new DLC. Yep, no worries. Yeah, you may well have done. Don't worry, JC. Like I say, I got taken out later on, and I think the later one was deliberate. So, Aces, if you're in the chat, feel free to come along and explain the need for the wheel banging into Club and Vale. We're off to Spain next. If anyone wants to request tracks, by the way, we're doing first 3 tracks are Silverstone, Catalunya, the old Spain, and Qatar. 1 track request each. Let us know which ones you want to do. These are the first races on the new game, or the new DLC. So it'll be interesting for all of us. Aces is American. Probably explains it. Rubin's racing over there, isn't it? So come on, everyone. What are your thoughts on this handling wise? I was about to tell you handling wise. Seems very similar to F125. Little loose on the rear end on turning, especially under brake. If you're trying to brake and turn in and downshift, I found if I slow down the downshifts, it seems less prone to just the rear end steps out as you start turning in. So need to get that under control. Other people in videos. Hello, Aces. We were side by side going into Club and Vale, and it didn't feel like you turned into the corner to me. It felt like you turned into me and then turned out again, which put me round. You thought you had me on the inside. I'm talking about the final sort of left, right. No worries. I'm not going to get too upset about it. As I say, just, we're all learning on the new game. So let's try and keep it clean if we can. Yeah, the going into Stowe, you may well have had me on the inside. That was fine. But then we were side by side going into the next corner after the pit entrance into the left-hander. And, we banged wheels, which put me round. So, anyway, like I say, I'm not going to get too excited about it. It's only open lobbies. If you'd done that in a longer race, I'd have been a bit more upset because I probably would have got damage because damage would have been turned on. Let's take a look at Spain. If we do the Mad Ring, I haven't got a track map for that, and I haven't driven it. I did mean to do it... Well, thank you for that, Aces. It makes a big difference that you actually have popped in to say, to discuss it. So I do appreciate that. The people who understeer, that's interesting. Catalunya, there we go. I'm finding more corner entry oversteer is the thing I'm struggling with a bit. Although the setups could well be something to do with that. Very surprising that... the wing split on the Sim Racing Centre setups, which I am using. So it'll be interesting to see how they develop over the next couple of weeks. They are very good at responding. Falling start. Yeah, they're inhibiting the downshifts now if you've got too much revs on, which is confusing me a little.
That start was okay. Now stay alert for threats around you.
Wide.
Okay, so overtake mode active. We'll get some extra power from the hybrid system now. Use boost on the next long straight to get past.
Trying to manage the energy, but it's going to take a lot of learning, I suspect. There goes Mars again.
Okay, so with the new power units, make sure you're lifting and coasting before corners, and consider not always going full throttle. Try combining lift and coast into braking with boost out of corners and see if you can find a good balance.
Yeah, thanks, Mark. Fastest lap from Mars. A couple of seconds quicker than me. I think I'm going down one too many gears there.
Okay mate, so just a quick reminder, you'll get access to the extra power when you're within a second of the car ahead with overtake mode. Okay, final lap, let's go, final lap.
Not been too bad a race, this one. Starting to get to grips with the handling, I think.
Green flag.
Oh, just got M95 on the line with his 2-second penalty. Had loads of battery left, so used it all in the last few corners. Right, come on, somebody, pick a track. Otherwise, I'm going to have to add another one. We're going off to Qatar next. If you're feeling brave, pick Madring. I haven't driven it yet. Has anyone else? So Alex Gillen driving it earlier on. There's one particular corner where the track limits really need a bit of adjustment. Where do we end up? 7th. Not too bad. 117.4. Reversed Austria. God, corn. You don't like us too much, do you? Right, I need to turn those subtitles off. They're huge. Christ. Go on, someone say Singapore just to add in all my worst tracks. I wouldn't. They're different, Cheeky. Cheeky can always rely on you to be a twat. Thank you. Yeah, they're different. I find that a little hard to believe, JC. Let's give people the benefit of the doubt for the first few. Epa Ake is generally a clean driver who I know quite well. So if he carries on, then fair enough. Epa Ake, sort yourself out. So we want Austria reverse, Vegas. Really kills her. I'd try to work out if people are being serious now. Singapore. Right, so there's all the tracks in. I need to... Where's the accessibility options? Turn the subtitles off. Hey, Mr. Fasty. How are you doing? Okay, so we're off to Qatar next. Let's... I can show you that track map. No worries, Fasty. I was going through my friends list and it was taking me about half an hour to get through to the bottom of it. There's an ad break incoming, which will work out quite well. Should finish just before the next race starts, so use that time. Yeah, I'm pretty good as well, thanks, Fasty. How are you liking the new game? What are your thoughts on it? Yeah, it's funny that, isn't it? We'll see how long it lasts. That's going to be the acid test, isn't it? AP8, 10 points, same as Epa Ake. Everyone's favourite driver at the moment. Come on, Epa. Sort yourself out, mate. So in the first game, in F125 rather, this was my favourite track. So let's see how it goes in the F126 cars. I can imagine energy being particularly tricky here because there's not that many braking, heavy braking zones anywhere at any rate. The main straight is going to be interesting. I'll just load up my Sim Racing Centre setup, which I cannot see you. Yeah, I'm not too sure if people are joking or not. Epa Ake was in the league that I was involved with, and as far as I remember, was generally okay. So let's see what happens. Where are we starting? P12 out of 13. Perfect. Oh well. Nice clean first corner for me at least, hopefully. Bit throaty today. Yeah, that's what I thought, Shan. As I say, we've got to give people a bit of the benefit of the doubt with the new game. Yeah, I figured. Well, that didn't take long, did it? This is going to be the interesting bit. It's flat out for till the end of the lap almost.
All right, let's focus now for the rest of the race.
Oops. Yeah, look, battery all gone. Oh, wrong gear. Ooh. Got boost on. Yeah, and them inhibiting the downshifts is definitely catching me out a lot.
Keep on them, they might make a mistake.
Enjoy that, Cheeky. Sorry, Cheeky. Well, it's your fault. You got me into it, so. I don't think I'd have played it if I hadn't watched you playing it all those times.
Okay, so managing the engine is more important than ever. Your main way to recharge will be lifting and coasting, and you don't always need to go full throttle. Try some lift and coast before braking, then use boost on corner exit to get that extra energy deployment.
That little step out under braking as you turn in is really taking a little while to get used to. Haven't even looked at tyre temps yet. Yeah, I've had a few of them. Oh, wrong gear again.
get access to extra power from the hybrid system in overtake mode.
Yep, definitely is. Oh, sorry, Eppa. That was me. Aces, rather. Yeah, that was all me.
Okay, clear.
Yeah, you can recharge your battery huge amounts just with a bit of lift and coast. Of course, you've got to keep it going around the corners the way you're supposed to for it to actually be useful.
Final lap. Push, push.
Loads of penalties ahead of me. Should make up a couple of places probably because of that.
Yellow flag. Is that the checkered flag? I didn't see it.
E9. Yeah, apologies, Acer. I really rammed you up the back in the that tight left-hander there. That was all my fault. Just completely misjudged my braking. It was a nice battle up until then. Well done, Mars. Race winner and fastest lap. 127.1 compared to a 125.2, so 2 seconds a lap down on fastest. That's about par for the course, if I'm honest. Although I would hope to be a bit closer than that on my favourite track. So thanks to Corm, we're off to Austria Reserve next. That's going to be interesting. I've probably driven this track about 8 times all told. Very tricky one to get some of the braking zones right. Particularly the uphill braking into what is turn 3, the correct way around the circuit. Christ knows what number it is the wrong way around. So, Austria it is. I really must generate some track maps for the reverse tracks as well. Probably take Portugal and France off my track map display. I'll show you Austria, which is the Austrian flag. Is it that one? It is that one. That's a good guess, wasn't it? Mars out in the lead. Me and P7 on 12 points. Not too bad. That's what I wanted to check. How many... There we go. Let's let 24 people in. I think it's 22 drivers and 2 spectators. We're at 18, so at least lets people join as spectators in readiness for future races. As I say, if you want to request any other tracks, we're doing Austria Reverse, then Vegas and Singapore. I'm still waiting for those people who can actually drive this game to let me know their thoughts. Mars, if you're in the chat, what are your thoughts on the new handling? Similarly, Luca, Shan, Kilzer. All those at the top who have obviously got the hang of things already. It's no great surprise that I haven't. Need to try and find a way to get my Stream Deck mounted here, I think. You'd think this is going to be a bit of a flash in the pan of the popularity. Lift and Coast is definitely king, Kilzer. Need to get more to grips with that. I'm finding I'm able to hang on to the back of people, presumably through slightly better battery management, even though my actual driving is not as good as theirs. Being able to recharge the battery going into corners. Feels like a boat. Yeah, the setups, I mean, I can't tell you what the Sim Racing Centre setups are, but their wing splits are very strange, I will say that. Now, I don't know. That could well be part of the reason for my corner entry oversteer. We will see how their setups develop as the game progresses. Oh, you think Mars? Okay. What sort of wings are you running, Aces? Aces, am I saying your name right? Because as I say, the wings splits and the values are very odd compared to the F125 setups that I used to run on SRC. By SRC, sorry. So we are starting in P4. Turn 1 could be interesting. Apart from the very first start at Silverstone, I'm yet to do a decent race start. So we'll see if we can sort that out. Not this race. Yeah, that was probably me braking way too early. Thank you.
Caution, caution.
Not giving that position back.
I'm afraid, mate. Return the position, give it back.
He's miles away, I can't give that back. Oh, here's the car behind. Oh, right. Gave it back just as it gave me the penalty anyway.
Brilliant, nice move, keep going. Okay mate, so just a quick reminder, you'll get access to the extra power when you're within a second of the car ahead with overtake mode. Okay, clear.
I don't think I touched you then, did I, Shan?
Okay mate, final lap. Keep your concentration and let's bring it home.
Oh no. Whoops. P14. Good little battle there. Lots of battery deployment management going on there. Quite interesting. Yeah, you won't be the only one, I'm sure, Kilser. Oh, no win for Mars. We got the win then. We could do a one-shot quali. Yeah, let's do that. It resets the table though. Damn. So what tracks have we got left? Unlucky Aces. Was it me? No, I don't think it was me. Not sure. Don't think so. Lap 4. No, I don't think I was anywhere near you on lap 4. I was down the back by that point. Okay, so we're going to turn on one-shot quali, which tends to sort the grid into a sensible order at least. We're off to Vegas next, then Singapore. So if anyone else wants to request a track. Good, thank you, Aces. I did have an eventful race. Fun battle with Shan down the back. Swapping positions with battery management. So quite like the real thing. Yeah, sadly, it's going to happen with the, where are we, weather's weekend structure. Qualifying format, one shot. Yeah, it's going to happen with the new cars, new game, given, everyone's taking a little while to get used to it. I'm sure there are still going to be the idiots, but they're more likely to show up as the game progresses, I'm sure. Lewis is driving for Williams and has become American. So Vegas, baby. Show you the track. Upside down pig. This is going to be interesting. Yeah, Aces, I don't know if you heard, I asked what wings you were running. Just interested on why you're feeling oversteer. I'm feeling more tendency to... Sorry, you're feeling understeer. I'm feeling more of a tendency to oversteer. But that could be down to my wing setup. So it'd be interesting to know what wings you're running. As I say, I can't really comment on what the Sim Racing Centre setups actually are, but they are strange. If you compare them to an F125 setup, the wing split and the wing settings in general are very odd. That may well evolve. I'm sure it will. They'll have had access to the game. I think the creators got it a week or two ago. Some creators. The good ones, the popular ones. Not me, sadly. Oh yeah, qualifying. All right, must remember the button to go into setups is different when quali is enabled. There we go. It's that one followed by that one. Right. Okay. I still think it's probably a good proportion of it is your wing settings as well. Missed the downshift again. Oh, and invalidated. And spun. It was going quite well until then. Oh dear. Good job, there's no damage. This is going to be interesting in the real cars. You're going to have no battery down this straight unless you've saved lots down the previous ones. Same here. I was disqualified. How very dare they? P1 for Kilzer. P back of the grid for me. Well, not quite back. P14 of 16. I need to master the starts, or at least improve them. Doing proper McLaren starts at the moment. My first start on at Silverstone was actually pretty good. I haven't done a decent one since. So I need to work out what it was I did at Silverstone and try and do it again. We've only got one more track after this one, so after this race I am going to have to add a track. So someone who hasn't requested a track, please let me know what you like after Singapore, which is the next race. I'm going to assume it's loaded my setup. Japan, Craggy, yeah, of course. Remind me after the race, or I'll forget. Terrible start. Whoop. Glad they ghosted. Stay over there.
Okay, the start was fine. Let's try and move forward.
Yeah, it's quite cool, isn't it? P6, I don't know how that happened.
Okay, so overtake mode active. We'll get some extra power from the hybrid system now. Use boost on the next long straight to get past.
Not looking in my mirrors. Oh, got a tap. I was trying to recharge going into that corner to use it down this straight. Now I'm back where I was. I was in P6 at one point.
Yellow flag.
Possibly, was it him who tapped me up the back? No worries. Oh.
With the new power units this year, you want to lift and coast more than you might have done before. And sometimes the fastest way around a track is not always going full throttle. Combine lift and coast into braking with boosting out of corners and see how you get on. Green flag.
Yeah, it's realistic though, isn't it? I think it's the colour of the real cars. Yeah, I thought so.
Okay, mate, boost mode if you need it. Boost mode if you need it.
Thanks, Mark. Ah, yeah. It's not too bad, actually, JBG. How's your week going? Lift and coast is a huge thing. Yeah, these two are out of battery ahead of me. Look at the way I'm catching them up. So even with a huge lift and coast there, right on their tail coming out of the corner. Oh. Yes. Maybe concentrate on driving instead of saying how good you are at battery management, AAD?
You might experience some understeer now that you're in the wake of the car ahead. Try to get past as soon as possible. Okay, mate, final lap. Keep your concentration and let's bring it home.
Okay, have I cooked my rear tyres? Yes. Yeah, I think that's partly down to setups. There was where I lifted for that corner. I'd see it gained me about 20% battery. There. There's the corner entry oversteer. It'll take me a little while to finesse this lift and coast and battery management, but I do seem to be doing better down the straights than most people. If only I could get the car around the corners now. Not enjoying it, Craggy? Ad break incoming between races. So someone picked Japan, didn't they? JBG, while you're here, pick a track. Well, that's kind of real, Craggy. Yeah, it's kind of the way it is in the real races. As I'm sure you, as you get used to the battery management, things will even out a bit. Kota, interesting choice, JBG. Thank you. I'll show you the tracks we've had. We've done Austria reverse, thanks to Korn. I don't think it's quite that simple, Craggy, but yeah. Oh yes, that will certainly help. Something like that, Corn. Something like that. So we're off to Singapore next, which is certainly not my favourite. As I said earlier, I need to get some new track maps now that DRS detection zones are a thing of the past. Oh, have we got a dead lobby again? Or is someone just not readying up? Alex Gillen did have... is it Alex Gillen or Alec Gillen? Anyway, Mr. Gillen had some issues with his lobbies earlier on. It's not terrible. The handling's slightly different. I'm suffering with corner entry oversteer at the moment, which I think might be down to the Sim Racing Centre setups. Just needing a little tweak. Because yeah, if you get the game and you get the Sim Racing Centre setups, you'll see what I mean about their wing settings being a little bit strange compared to what we're used to at any rate. P13, no points yet. Dear oh dear. Shouldn't have turned quali on, should I? Craggy doing well up front. Have we lost Mars? Looks like he's had enough. Here we are back from the ads. Apologies for that, but at least they occurred in between races. I've added Japan and Kota as requested. If anyone else wants to request a track, do let me know. We haven't done Magring. Be interesting to see how that goes, given that I haven't driven it yet. I watched Alec Gillen do a number of time trial laps around it, and also I think he tried to do a 5-lap race as well. One particular set of corners that Australia Aces, not a bad choice. Remind me after the race. We're just heading into this one. No, hasn't been on the list so far, so we can certainly do that. Probably should have just done the tracks in championship order, shouldn't I? Or at least in game order. I don't know if they've shuffled them around. They probably have, because they've stuck Imola down at the back end. And Magring is in the middle, in about the right place. So interesting to see how that goes, how it compares in game to the real circuit as well. So, where is this? Singapore? This is going to be a nightmare. I'm not great at Singapore. Here we go. Seems to be certainly plenty of interest in the game on release day. Guess we'll see how long that lasts, won't we? On the track list, yeah, trouble is, yeah, it's all different in this game. I might try and remember to do that. It now inhibits your downshifts if your revs are too high, which it's taken a lot of getting used to. I think the braking zones on the driving line is trying to tell you when to lift and coast as well. P11 with a spin. I'm guessing the only people behind me are those who invalidated. Yeah, no time. Yeah, I had quite a lot. I was lifting and coasting mid through, so obviously less need at this track. It's energy rich, I suspect. Lots of braking zones and slowish corners, so it probably makes sense. So 29th, I had a spin, didn't I? So there's no point comparing my time. I was 8 seconds down. Right. I should be away from all the first corner shenanigans, if nothing else. I had my foot on the clutch there. That would be interesting. Mr. Go-Karter. Good name. Okay, that's how to do the starts then. Yeah, mostly facing the wrong way, lad, but welcome in. This is the F1 25 Season 26 DLC pack, whatever they're calling it. That was an interesting game. I haven't driven Mad Ring yet.
Caution, caution.
Spun most other places, so I think it's probably inevitable. Is that the official name? I'm quite enjoying it, Cert. The energy management is taking a lot of getting used to. A little bit. I think some of that's down to the setups I'm using.
Okay, so managing the engine is more important than ever. Your main way to recharge will be lifting and coasting, and you don't always need to go full throttle. Try some lift and coast before braking, then use boost on corner exit to get that extra energy deployment. Okay, clear. The car behind started to drop back. There's a gap between
I could
the
barely
front
tell
and most
in
of
the
it.
previous game, Sturt. Yeah, that's true. I don't think you need to do it at this track, though. Loads of battery.
Yellow flag.
Yeah, I think the yellow bits before the braking zone on the driving line are for when you should lift. But the braking points are never great anyway. Yeah, I think it's because there's so many braking points and slow corners. I mean, look, I'm using boost for a lot of the lap,
Okay, so just a quick reminder, you'll get access
and
to
still
extra power when you're within a second
got
of the car
50,
ahead with
60%
overtake
battery
mode.
almost all the way round.
Green flag.
Yeah, loads of penalties ahead of me.
Final lap of the race. Final lap. Okay, so overtake is active. Overtake mode active. You're going to get more power from the hybrid system. You know how it works. Just use boost on the next long straight to get your way past. Okay, clear.
E9. I nearly got him on the line as well. Yeah, look, finished with like 80% battery probably. Singapore is a track where it's very hard to use the battery. I need to be boosting a lot more. No need for lift and coast at all. Yeah, someone was saying they had 50% at the end of their quali lap, so interesting one. I suspect Kota is going to be a whole lot different, or is it Japan next? I think it might be Japan next. Shan left. Hope that was deliberate. Thank you for dropping in, Shan. How's your racing setup coming? Hey, Shuri. Thanks also, Shan. Yeah, how's your racing setup coming, JBG? You making progress? I'll get you an invite, Shuri, if you're online. Says the man currently in second place. Oh, who finished in second place, sorry. Okay, no worries, Shuri. Good to see you. Oh, yes, I see you. Should pay more attention, shouldn't I? Don't know how long I'm going to go. Let's go till about 11, which is 40 minutes away. Not going to bother with longer races, this being release day. Just give us all a chance to kind of get used to the car handling. Excellent. Will you be considering F126 season pack add-on DLC too? Do you think? It's a pretty good price. I mean, it's 21 quid. Which, you know, isn't bad. I think we're off to Japan next. Yes, I'm sure that will be interesting. You will be getting the 26 season pass. Good news, JBG. So let's talk about Japan. Down the start, finish straight, almost flat out into turn one in the old cars. Breaking down for turn two, lovely sweeping section through the S's, keeping it neat and tidy. Accelerating, braking in between each one. Careful of the curbs, they were always a bit tricky. Turn 7, the left-hander, acceleration zone, but, you know, not quite flat out. Interesting two Degner corners, very fast into Degner 1, turn 8, and then down a couple of gears for Degner 2. Careful not to go off track and hit the wall on the outside. Through flat out turn 10 into the tricky hairpin left, turn 11, down to probably second or third gear. Turn 12 is flat out in the dry, and then you get into spoon, down a couple of gears into the first part of the corner, out to the outside before bringing it back in for turn 14, the second part of spoon. Quite easy to spin on the way out if you get your wheels too far onto the curb. Got my ad brake snooze just in time. Down the straight, heading into 130R, which is flat out these days. And then the braking zone for the Casio Triangle chicane, turn 16 and 17. Then out through turn 18 to start the lap. Not a huge amount of braking on this track, so I suspect energy is going to be relatively sparse. But the only two heavy braking zones are the hairpin and then the chicane at the end of the lap. So could be an interesting one. I guess through the S's, you're on and off the throttle. Interesting. It should be virtually flat without too much trouble, but in these new cars with slightly less downforce, we just don't know. See if we can get a clean quali lap in at least. This is one of my more favoured tracks. I think we have COTA coming after this one. Oh, someone requested Australia, didn't they? I forgot to add that on. Apologies, it was Aces, wasn't it, I think? Remind me in between the next two races to add Australia. I don't think I did. I thought of a nice new little side project for my mods and I to use to keep a list of requested tracks and then tick them off as I add them. And have it displayed somewhere here. Starting the lap with 60% battery. Yeah, S's is quite a good place to recharge the battery, so that's nice. Really, they're getting caught out by the downshifts. Ooh, that'd be interesting. I guess depending on how you've managed your battery, I guess it's possible. They are narrower than the previous cars as well, aren't they, I think? Okay, so the final corner is not quite flat. That'd be interesting to see, Lard. What about the last corner, Cheeky? Yeah. Where are we starting? Oh, off that page. Not quite last, 21st. Oh, kills her, no time. Oh, Mars is still here. Yeah, I think there's a certain amount of tuning needs doing on the setup. I pay for my setup. Sim Racing Centre, by the way, !SRC. If you fancy an affiliate link, which helps to support me, please use that if you can. And a 10% off discount code. The wing split is odd, is all I can really say. In this game. So I guess we'll see how they evolve. See if we can get a better start like I had at, where were we last? Singapore, wasn't it? So we're off to COTA next. I need to add Australia. Try to decide whether we should finish with a full wet sim damage Monaco. Yeah, that's probably pushing it for our first stream. Quite a nice start, 6 places. Eight places. Don't know about podium, but
You're in the top 10 now. Keep
points
it
should
up.
certainly be on.
Green flag.
Who was that, dickhead? Oh, you swine. Yeah, open lobbies.
Okay, so remember, when you get within a second, you'll get access to extra power from the hybrid system in overtake mode.
That's what it's for, isn't it? Yeah. Well, you need one for the other.
Okay, so with the new power units, make sure you're lifting and coasting before corners, and consider not always going full throttle. Try combining lift and coast into braking with boost out of corners and see if you can find a good balance. Okay, clear. Watch out for understeer in the wake of the car ahead. Try to get past as quickly as you can. Push, push. Okay, you just started the
Well, let's see if we can get some points.
Final lap. Okay, so overtake is active. Overtake mode active. You're going to get more power from the hybrid system. You know how it works. Just use boost on the next long straight to get your way past.
Sunshine flag. I didn't see it.
Oh,
Green flag.
oh, I just got him on the line. Oh, he had penalty. That was interesting, Shuri. Different battery management strategies there. Just got me the point. Of course, there were the couple of twats who were straight line in the hairpin. Well done, whoever you were. Is that what it was? Unlucky. It was a bit dicey going through 130R in that last chicane, but I thought we'd kept it relatively clean. I had a bit of a snap in the chicane, which may well have been what put you off, perhaps. Need to add Australia. I thought this track wasn't too bad. You could save a huge amount in the S's. And then also in Spoon, you could use to regen. So I didn't think it was too bad here. But yeah, Singapore was, you know, you could almost have run boost all the way around, it felt like, and never run out of battery. Don't worry, Shuri, we're all in the same boat. So I think we're off to Kota next, which, if I've got my American flags correct, is that one. Yes. I need to add Australia to the list. Someone requested that many minutes ago. Probably got time for another track after this, maybe. Texas, followed by Australia. Texas is going to be an interesting one. I don't think this is going to be particularly energy rich at all. Turn 1 and turn 12, turn 1, turn 11, and then perhaps the final sector. Good points to regenerate energy. Anyway, over the start finish straight up the hill towards Big Red, turn 1. Braking down, heavy, tight left-hander. Narrows as well on the exit, scene of chaos on the opening lap, almost certainly. Really good sector, quite like the S's at Japan through turns 3, 4, 5, 6. Tricky little right-hander at turn 6, followed by the over the hill at turn 7. Sorry, I got that wrong. Turns 8 and 9 I'm thinking of. Turn 8, Got to get it in turn 9, accelerating over the hill through turn 10, easy to track limits, exceed track limits there. Heavy braking into the hairpin at turn 11, then down that massive back straight through sector 2. That's going to be interesting for energy management. Down a few gears for turn 12, and then quite a tricky final sector, turns 13 and 14, 15. The triple right-hander, turns 16, 17, 18. A fast left-hand flick through turn 19, then down a couple of gears for turn 20 and on to the start of the lap. So really does pull in some of the better bits of other circuits, this track. You got the triple right-hander reminiscent of Turkey. You've got turns 3, 4, 5, 6, a bit like the S's in Japan. So got a bit of everything here. And I suspect energy management is going to be interesting, as I said. Strange, a lot of the talk in this game, I think, is going to be, certainly towards the start, about energy management. Thank you, Cheeky. Enjoy causing chaos, and yeah, I'll let you know how if I need your phone charger for the next race. Let's get the setup loaded and ready to go. Ten seconds. I think, have I done a clean quali lap since we started doing qualies? Not entirely sure. Texas is a circuit I was starting to get to grips with, so let's see how it goes. Okay, so there is chance for a bit of regen through here. And watch that battery disappear. Oh, it's gone into clipping of sorts. Board invalidated on the inside there. E10, I'll take that. Uh, 2.5 seconds behind Mars. I think just need to dial out that corner entry oversteer. If I take my time on the downshifts, it's better, but still not quite got rid of it. Let's see how turn 1 goes. Remember, you can't all get through it 6 wide, so you might want to bear that in mind. You can probably get 4 or 5 wide on the way in, but it's only 2 or 3 wide on the way out. Okay, let's do this. Unsurprisingly, chaos.
All right, let's focus now for the rest of the race.
Oh, thank you.
Overtake mode active. Overtake active. You've got more power now from the hybrid system. Use boost on the next long straight to get past. Okay, clear.
Save loads of battery. Fortunately, it looks like everybody else did as well.
Okay, so you've got overtake now. Overtake enabled.
Oh no. It's all going so well. Guy behind me's got 5-second penalties, but Mr. Go-Kart is not far behind him.
Within a second of the car ahead with overtake mode.
He was never getting round that corner.
Okay, so managing the engine is more important than ever. Your main way to recharge will be lifting and coasting, and you don't always need to go full throttle. Try some lift and coast before braking, then use boost on corner exit to get that extra energy deployment.
Oh, he's gone round. Dickhead.
Okay, clear. Okay, final lap. Let's go. Final lap.
Well, they always were. The race engineer, I mean. Can't comment much on the noise. Oh, AD. I think I need to turn my force feedback down or strengthen my wrists up again. It's starting to hurt.
You might experience some understeer now that you're in the wake of the car ahead. Try to get past as soon as possible.
Is that the checkered flag? I didn't see it.
Thanks, JBG. Thanks for dropping in. I'll be finishing relatively soon. Nice to see you. And yes, it is nice to be racing again. We'll see how long the enamorment lasts with the new game. Hopefully, for a while. Well, what a finish that was. 13th in the end. Not terrible, but I was on for fairly safe points. Mr. Go-Karter ended up 10th. It was him I was fighting with a lot. Till he had that spin in the second last left-hander. Okay, so we'll do Australia next, and then we'll do the final race. I have an idea what it will be. All right, just for you, Kilzer. Because you asked so nicely. You almost said please, I could tell. Come on, everyone, press your continue buttons. So 3 more races, Australia, Monza, and then the final race. So we have Australia. And then Monza. And I'll save the final track as a surprise. Show you Australia. Now, how's this one going to work out? Because they were super clipping like anything down the back straight into 9 and 10 in the real F1. What have you got? Recharge points. Turns 1 and 2, turns 3 and 4. Not so much turn 6. Turn 9 and 10 was where they were super clipping. Turns 11, 12, 13, all good points for recharge. So shouldn't be too terrible. But you got that big long straight, well, the main straight, and then the straight effectively from turn 7 is a straight all the way up to turn 9. So we will see how we go. What do other people think about the engine noise? I'm not sure it's changed that much, to be honest, but it's not the sort of thing I tend not to pay too much attention to it when I'm racing. I've got other things on my mind. I guess as a spectator, it's something you notice a bit more. My left wrist is definitely hurting. Oh, Australia, first one. Just realised I pinned the wrong message. It was supposed to be my join message. Oh, that should have been a track limits warning, surely. Yeah, battery down to almost nothing. It's clipping there. P10 finished with almost exactly 0% battery, so energy management wise wasn't too bad. Luca gets pole. 118.5 against my 120.5, so almost exactly 2 seconds. Come on, Luca's champion. After your bit of TV time. Fair few invalidations. I was quite surprised I didn't get one on the exit of turn 1, 2, 3, 4, was it? Yeah, turn 4. Big old gap behind me as well. Must have been some spin, surely. think I've got the starts pretty much sorted now. Certainly not as bad as they were after Silverstone. Right in the middle of the pack, alongside the Audi. Okie dokie. Let's try and get through the first few corners, everyone. Or maybe not. Somehow I wasn't last.
Bad start, but don't overreact. We can salvage this. Green flag. You need to give that place back. I'm afraid that was an illegal overtake.
Not sure why the illegal overtake down the bloody straight. Watch out for understeer in the wake of the car ahead. Try to get past as quickly as you can. Push, push. This is not going great, but
Okay, the incident's been cleared. Let's get back up to racing speed. Come on.
P15.
Okay, so overtake mode active. We'll get some extra power from the hybrid system now. Use boost on the next long straight to get past.
Yeah, about that mark.
Final lap. Push, push. Yellow flag. Okay, clear.
Gaggle of cars up ahead.
I've got to stop because I've not looked at my brake.
P9? How the hell did that happen? Made it up to P11 through the last sequence of corners. And I guess everyone had penalties. Woof. We'll take that. Okie dokie, off to Monza. The Temple of Speed. Now this one is going to be interesting. I guess you've got 2 decent stops, maybe 3. We shall see how it goes. Yep, it's Monza. A nice car has joined. Fastest lap by Mars, race winner Thallow. Cleanest driver, me. Thank you for that. B9. Fastest lap, a mere 3 seconds slower than Mars's. I was battling through a lot of that. I did get spun round at least once. Okie dokie, penultimate race at Monza. And then we'll have the grand finale. Something a little bit different this week. Probably move F1 back to Thursdays next week. F1 Thursdays. Starting a little bit earlier, about 7:30 UK time. We're currently on UTC +1. check out the channel schedule below the video. It should tell you when I'll be live next in your time zone. Makes it more useful. Also on the Discord server, which I haven't mentioned, !mod Discord in the chat. We'll get you a link to the Discord server. Come along, join in. It's fairly quiet. It would be nice to get a few more people in once we get going properly with the F1 26 Season Pass launch DLC add-on pack. We might start doing some longer races again on a Thursday on an invite-only basis. So start getting yourselves into the open lobbies, show that you can drive cleanly. And then we will, hopefully have some more longer races. Let's show you Monza. I have picked Monza. So there we go, Temple of Speed, flat out down the first corner, down the straight, into the first couple of corners. Remember, people, you do need to brake for them. So bear that in mind when we get there. Flick right and left through the Curva Grande, turn 3, flat out up to the next chicane. Turns 4 and 5. Rettifilio, maybe. Then the two Lesmos, turns 6 and 7. Second one slightly tricky. Don't know about that, Corn. We'll see if people do actually brake. Fast chicane round the back, turns 8, 9 and 10. Always good fun. And then down towards the Parabolica. And then you're flat out all the way back round to turn 1. So, yeah, I think energy is going to be an issue here. Turns 1 and 2, turns 4 and 5, the obvious places for a recharge. A little bit through turns 8, 9 and 10, perhaps, maybe on entry to the Lesmos, but not a huge amount of braking goes on there. So we will see what happens. I currently have 6 points, 6 whole points. Mars way out in the lead on 83. Which one's the Ascari? That's the fast one round the back. I tend not to spin as long as you can get the entry right. Running out wide on the exit at turn 10 is the place I usually get it wrong. If we're talking about the shame chicane. Yeah. Nice little sequence of corners there. Very satisfying if you can get it right. May well be clipping by that point, so could be interesting. It was in the real racing in Australia, they weren't having to brake for the fast chicane round the back, fast left right, basically because they were getting so much clipping on the way into that corner. The car was slowing down to the virtually the correct entry speed. Load. So I wonder if you'll see something similar for the Ascari, perhaps. Have I Formula Legends? Is that the newish one? There was a Formula One game based around sort of 60s, 60s cars. Yeah, I haven't played that one. Maybe I should look into it. Yeah, down to 64% battery already. I did gain about 40% battery braking into the first chicane, so this may not be as bad as I previously thought. So we're down to 50% here. Yeah, about 20% there as well. Yeah, this will be where all the battery goes, I guess, and then coming out of the next corner. Quite nice. How is that not an invalidation? E9. Don't know how I got away with the exit of Parabolica. Or midpoint of Parabolica, pretty much. Have a look at the times. Yeah, that was a bit of wall of death, that. 120.5, Dumex on the mediums, show off. 22.2, so 1.7 seconds behind pole. Big gap up at the front, half second back to Mars, and another 0.3 back to Zuffen. Right, let's see the carnage in turn one. Remember, folks, you need to brake for the right-hander. You need to brake for the right-hander. Probably try and raid someone at the end of the stream, so do stick around for that. AD raid in the chat once we get there. Use the emote if you've got access to it. We'll find someone to go and say hello to. See if we can meet some nice new friends. So it would be appreciated if you could stick around and show some love to whoever we go to see. As I say, I'll be back tomorrow evening around 7:30, probably continuing my playthrough of story mode of GTA 5, which I'm enjoying quite a lot. There'll only be one after this, but yeah, you're more than welcome. ! Join in the chat, we'll get you the details. Thank you for saying hello, Luna Hidden. This will be our last race of the night after that. After this, sorry. Thank you for the follow, Lose the Hidden, much appreciated. Yeah, we've been on since about 8:30, so we've been going about 3 hours. Well, that was nice. Passing 3 through Parabolica. No battery, mind. Whoops. Probably be next Thursday. I only did it today because it was launch day. F1 is usually on a Thursday.
Okay, so overtake is active. Overtake mode active. You're going to get more power from the hybrid system. You know how it works. Just use boost on the next long straight to get your way past. flag.
Three wide into turn one's not my idea of fun. Tobix needs to calm it down, I think.
With the new power units this year, you'll want to lift and coast more than you might have done before. And sometimes the fastest way around a track is not always going full throttle. Combine lift and coast into braking with boosting out of corners and see how you get on.
Oh, RH. Nasty bastard. That was going so well.
Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 2.4 seconds.
Rear tyres are screwed now, I guess. Thank you for your company, Corn. Always a pleasure. Enjoy the rest of your week.
Okay, mate, final lap. Keep your concentration and let's bring it home. Caution, caution. Okay, clear.
Yeah, I've screwed my rears up, haven't I?
Okay, mate, this is the final lap of the race. Final lap.
Okie dokie. So heading into our final race of the evening. Hope you enjoy it, Lunar Hidden. It is going to be... I am awesome. I came 17th. Thanks, Zach. All the decent races I've had this evening. And the first time I'm awesome is when I come next to last. So yes, the final race, I can't show you a track map because I haven't got one, is the Mad Ring. I've never driven it, so I'll be learning the track in qualifying. So that's going to be interesting. Good luck, everybody. Well done, Luca and Mars. Cleanest driver, RH. That was the guy who took me out. Okay, fair enough. 21.6 for Mars, fastest lap. What was mine? 24.1. 2.5 seconds. Was going okay until that we were, close to 3 wide going through the Curva Grande. I just misjudged the gap, I guess. Yeah, quite possibly kills her. Sad to say that, unfortunately, open lobbies have not changed very much with the release of the new game. I guess it's going to bring in a whole raft of new people who perhaps haven't played before. Fingers crossed next week we'll get enough interest and be able to do a longer race on an invite-only basis so we can at least have a bit of clean racing. Considering I was going to finish at 11 o'clock, it's now 11:30 and we're just about to go into the last race, which is Madrid, the Mad Ring. As I say, I have no idea what to expect from this. But we'll all be learning together. Can't show you a track map, I haven't got one. Can't talk you around the lap because I have no idea where the corners go. I saw Alec Gillen do about 4 laps of it in time trial. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. There is one corner, I think it's turn 4 and 5 maybe, that, is being... Thank you, Mars. I believe it's got left and right-hand corners as well. And there's even a straight somewhere. But yes, there's a chicane that is being exploited, shall we say, with track limits. Alec Gillen showed someone doing a lap that's been posted on Instagram. Doing something like... Oh, okay. Showing this guy doing something like 250 Ks through a corner that they reckon the F1 cars are going to be lucky to do about 130 through. So, yes, we shall see what happens. Final reminder of Sim Racing Centre setups I've been using this evening. That's helpful, Kilser. Exclamation mark SRC in the chat will get you an affiliate link which helps to support the channel. Please use that if you're considering buying from them. Also gets you a discount code that gets you 10% off anything you buy from them. So again, feel free to use that. Their setups have been working relatively well for me. They're obviously very early days, the game only having been released today. They had early access by a couple of weeks, I suspect, but the setups will get honed. I am absolutely sure of that. Oops. That was the corner that's being exploited. I overdid it. not even considering battery management. That's a tricky one. Disqualified. Fancy that. I expect a very wide field spread here. By the 5th lap, I might just about know where each corner goes. .31.2 down to a 40.1. We'll discount the 47. Because that will almost certainly have been a few spins. Don't know what my lap was, I didn't even notice, but it was invalid. Yes, big gaps throughout the field. Mars 4 and nearly 5 seconds behind pole. Did you get in, by the way, Lunar Hidden? I hope you did. Don't see a name that looks like Lunar Hidden, but doesn't mean that your in-game name matches your Twitch name. At least starting down the back, I get a chance to drive by myself and sort of learn the circuit. As I say, this will be the last one. After this, we will try and find someone to raid, so do stick around if you wouldn't mind. AD raid in the chat once we get there. Use the emote if you have access to it. If you want to keep up with the channel, either follow me on Twitter or join the Discord server. Neither are particularly busy, but I do try and announce streams there. Channel schedule is below the video. I need to update it to put F1 back on there, I think. You can't drive through me, mate. Yeah, well done. That corner is
That was okay. Now stay alert for threats around you.
tricky.
Yellow flag.
That's a tricky one.
Okay mate, so just a quick reminder, you'll get access to the extra power when you're within a second of the car ahead with overtake mode.
Oh, turn 2 is tricky.
Okay, this is Mark. I need you to stop cutting the corners. If you keep it up, the stewards are going to give you a penalty.
They just did, Mark. Pay attention.
I'm afraid you've been given a time penalty for that last incident, mate.
Bit slow, Mark.
Okay, clear.
Sort of working out where the track goes, at least. Sort of. Dead last,
Okay,
behind.
so managing the
Oh no,
engine
someone is
more
behind me.
important than ever. Your main way to recharge will be lifting and coasting, and you don't always need to go full throttle. Try some lift and coast before braking, then use boost on corner exit to get that extra energy deployment.
Oops. It's going to be an interesting track to see this. Keep missing my downshift. That braking point is miles early.
Okay, you've just started the final lap of the race. Final lap.
That is a tricky corner. Whoops, I thought this was the banked corner. Never mind, this is the banked corner.
That's from Nikita there. Retrieve the impossible.
Yellow flag.
Well, there we go. That is the Mad Ring. And rubbish I was at it too. Not much point looking at my fastest lap there, I don't think. Because fast will not come into it.
Love you. Thank you for an awesome year.
So the way to please Zach is basically to finish last. Okay. We'll know that for future reference. Thank you, Zach. So where did everyone finish? Ah, well, unlucky Mars. Well done, Sancho. Almost a clean sweep. 132.0 for Sancho. 139.0 for me. Yeah, it's going to take me a while to get to grips with it, I think, Kilza. I certainly was not to grips with it then. Yes, that's the one that turns 3 and 4, is it, or 5 and 6 or something. That's the one that was being basically straight lined on Instagram, and you know the guy was going through it at 250 k's. Okay, so yeah, as I was saying, follow me on Discord, follow me on Twitter, join the Discord server if you fancy. I will be back tomorrow evening, probably playing. What will I be playing? GTA 5, my first playthrough of the story mode. That's my wheel if anyone's interested. We're about to go and raid somebody, so do stick around for that if you wouldn't mind. AD raid in the chat once we get there. Well done, Mars, for, let's just show everyone that. 112 points to Kills' 72, and I got about 6. Exactly 6, in fact. There we go. So, yeah, thank you all for your company. Let's go and find somebody to raid. Who is online? Let's go raid Funky T-Bone. He's playing... In fact, no, let's go raid Cheeky. He's playing Grand Theft Auto. Hopefully I will see you again tomorrow. F1 next week will be, on Thursday evening. So do stop back for that if you're interested. Probably starting around 7:30 PM UK time. We're currently GMT +1. And yeah, I'll be streaming tomorrow, GTA 5, then probably GTA 5 again on Friday. Monday evenings is Borderlands 2 with Rob Kaz, his first playthrough of that. So drop in and see him as well. Thank you all for your company. I quite enjoyed the new game. I'm sure as I get to grips with it, things will improve. But until next time, take it easy. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.